When attacking Chasiv Yar, it is very difficult for the Russians to use Ivanivska and Bodanivka as cover. Just take a look at what happened to the Russians when they were spotted on the edge of the village. There are at least 20 of them, and only one Ukrainian drone is necessary to handle all of them.
Trucks are not harmless transportation and are also subject to destruction. They are an important part of Russian logistics, delivering ammunition to the front line. But there is another danger from the Russians, the so-called roaming tanks or lone tanks. A column of tanks is easy to notice, but a single Russian tank can sometimes sneak very close to a Ukrainian bunker to destroy it. To prevent this, Ukrainians carefully track such tanks from the air and immediately destroy them. In this video, you can see one of the roaming tanks. A Ukrainian drone easily ignited it. The tank burned for a long time, and its fuel spilled onto the ground, but eventually the tank exploded. All that was left of it was just small scattered pieces of metal. This Russian roaming tank, the T-72, was halted during the night. In the morning, the Ukrainians struck it with an FPV drone. One drone proved to be enough to make the tank burn and render it useless. Russians are increasingly employing the tactic of roaming tanks, trying to operate more discreetly. To the north of Bakhmut, Ukrainian forces also have to hold back the Russian troops' advance. Russians send infantry and tanks. This tank attempted to break through, but got stuck in a trench. Shortly after, it was hit by a Ukrainian drone and exploded a few minutes later. Look at this Russian MLRS, Soltsepek. The crew was tasked with shelling Ukrainian positions, but the Soltsepek was hit by a Ukrainian drone before it could launch its rockets. Now, it's exploding with its ammunition. And Ukrainian soldiers are watching and recording the spectacle.